This is the Tokyo Battle 23 Sneaker Channel. Tokyo Battle 23 の Sneaker Channel です。I bring you daily content. 毎日アップするので、ぜひ見てください。And I sometimes mix in the Japanese and the English together like that. Not very often, but as much as I possibly can. That daily content is always about sneakers, sneaker reviews, and upcoming sneaker releases. So if you want to stay in touch with the sneaker world and what's going on in the sneaker world and new releases, this is the channel for you. And today we're bringing you not one, but two absolute bangers. It's the Air Jordan 9 UNC and the Air Jordan 1 UNC. As I said in the introduction, we're bringing you not one but two Jordan sneakers today, and there's something special about them for me personally here in Japan, and that's that there's a place on these sneakers where there's Japanese written in there, and that's pretty unusual. Jordan brandのスニーカーに日本語が書いてあるところをご存知ですか？そういうスニーカーを今日紹介します。And as I said in the introduction, I bring you daily content, and tomorrow's no different. Tomorrow I'll be bringing you the Adidas ZX 4000 4D. Yes, 4D, that means that 4D printed midsole that we've seen on some sneakers. Personally, one pair of those 4D sneakers are an absolute grail for me, and I haven't been able to get my hands on them yet. And we'll talk about another pair that are dropping real soon in tomorrow's video. Also today, I was planning to bring you another sneaker called the For the Love of the Game 4s, Jordan 4s, which are a colorway, and I'm going to leave this in there even if it is really badly edited and really bad put together because it really bugs me. And it's a colorway that is just for women, and I have an issue with this. It's gender equality. I really don't like it when sneakers are brought out just for women or just for men. I believe in full size runs for everyone, but the thing that really bugged me about this sneaker was the colorways that was dropping in were things like subtle pink or something like that, and I thought that was it's against my principles, let me put it that way. So I'm not bringing you that Jordan 4 See, it's bugging me. I'm not going to bring you that review of the Jordan 4, whatever they call it, For the Love of the Games, even though I really, really like that sneaker. On principle, I'm not. But I will bring you these two Jordans today, which is the Jordan 9s and the Jordan 1 UNC, even though that Jordan 1 is a women's only colorway. I'm still going to bring you that because it's not in an insultingly gender inequality color. And that's why I'll keep that in today's video. So without further ado, let's have a look at these sneakers and have a look at the two UNC Jordans that are dropping real soon. So let's start with UNC, which stands for University of North Carolina, which is where Michael Jordan went to university and where he cut his teeth as a basketball player. And today I'm wearing I don't know if you can see my NAU, my Northern Arizona University hoodie in honor of those American universities. This is where I got my master's degree. I was there for a few semesters, but I did most of it by, what do they call that? I did most of it by, I don't know, distance learning from Japan, but I do have that little connection to universities in America, so that's why I chose to wear this today. It was in support of the UNC colorways that are dropping real soon, and we'll start with that UNC ones, which is the women's line from the Jordan brand. But if you look at the colors on it, it's a really poppin' looking sneaker. You can see the light blue, which represents the UNC colorway, because they do have a light blue color for their color schemes, as evidenced up here by this hoodie that I'll pop up there so you can see the colors of the school. And it's in contrast to the 9s, which we'll talk about a little bit later, because the 9s have just dark blue and white mostly throughout with a couple of accents in light blue, whereas these ones right here have the light blue more prominently, also the dark blue as well. But what they do also have, and this is a word that I struggle with, I can't remember because I'm British, but I've lived in Japan for a long time. I can't remember if we say patent or patent, and I've got a feeling that Americans say patent leather, so I'm going to go with patent leather. You can see that the upper is mostly made out of patent leather, which really shines and gives that sort of beautiful finish to it. And if anyone's watched my content for a long time, you'll know that I like balance in my sneakers and balance in my colorways, and this Jordan one for me is really well balanced. If you look at the balance of the white, the dark blue and the light blue colors throughout, they're really well balanced. The sock liner looks really good, the colors there throughout the upper, going from the ankle support down through the swoosh, even on the outsole, which is purely light blue all the way through. I think they've done a really great job of getting these colors to combine well and balance the colors throughout the sneaker, and I really do think it's a really nice looking colorway. And I have to say, as I did say before, that I don't know why they wouldn't bring this out in a full-size run so that anybody who likes it can get it. Personally, not a huge fan of making the entire upper patent leather like that. I would prefer to see maybe patent leather accents as opposed to the entire upper, but that's not my choice because I don't design sneakers. I just review them. And let's review the next one, which is the Air Jordan 9. As you can see here, mainly a white upper with dark blue patent leather throughout the rim, if you like, around the top of the mud guards and the bottom of the upper there. And you can see it is, in contrast to those Air Jordan 1s, slightly different, although it does represent the UNC UNC with some light blue accents throughout. So some notable features on these Air Jordan 9s are that sort of area where the outsole and the midsole and the lower part of the upper kind of come together, and you can see that the sort of shiny midsole, glossy midsole blends really well within that sort of patent leather sort of element of the upper there. And I really like how the midsole and the upper blend together at that point where the midsole and the mudguards meet that patent leather. I think that's a really nice feature of the 9s, and it looks particularly nice on this pair of sneakers. Then moving around to the heel, there are two features on the heel. One is this sort of globe with the Jumpman in front of it, which is in that light blue of the UNC, and that's one of those accents of light blue that I was talking about, and also the 23 representing Jordan's number. And then if we go down to the outsole, it's in the outsole that we get a good look at some really interesting details. One is the 1994 that you can see sort of etched into the outsole a little bit there, and then the other is on the right. Well, it's probably not the right, depends on which shoe you're wearing. The other is on the other side. Actually, you know what it's on? It's on the medial side. You can see Japanese writing there, and what that says is Sekai Sportsu, which stands for World Sports, and I'm really thrilled to see Japanese written into the sole on this sneaker here. I think it's an absolutely bomb of an addition, and I hope people in Japan really appreciate it. And there you have it. That's my review for today. Two cracking University of North Carolina inspired sneakers coming from the Air Jordan brand. One is the women's Air Jordan 1s, and the other is the Air Jordan 9s, both with accents of that light blue University of North Carolina throughout, and both cracking looking sneakers. And it's great to see Japanese written on the sole of those Air Jordan 9s. I think it's a phenomenal touch, and I really hope they sell well here in Japan. Thanks for checking in today, guys. I really appreciate you checking out my content. Don't forget to check in tomorrow for that Adidas with the 4D midsole. It's going to be a cracking review, and for now it's time for me to say farewell, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for checking in today, guys. I really appreciate your being here and viewing my content. Over here we have the channel subscribe button. Channel登録ぜひお願いします. Over here we have the video I recommend you watch next. こちらはおすすめです. And up here we have a link to the channel introduction video. こちらはチャンネルのプロフィールのvideoです. Check them out. Clicking on them really helps the channel.